Welcome to this unboxing video of the new Haku figure from what was Chella Toys. This is the last series I think that's going to carry that name. The line being taken over by Epic Toys. Great to see that they're continuing, and this has been one we've been waiting for. I'm really pleased to have it, and I have to say Haku is one of those people I've always wanted, which may sound strange to you, but as a kid he just always seemed to be missing. Whenever I was putting big Survivor Series teams together or putting big matches together, a bit like Dino Bravo, he was one of those heels who just always seemed to fill a hole. So for me, he's a gap in my collection, and I'm really pleased to have him. That's the back of the card, there's the front of the card, and there he is with his King Haku crown as well. It's one of those things, I've always called him Haku because that's what the Americans call him, like Macho Man I suppose. I probably should say Macho Man and Haku, but it's never quite worked for me. Tongan death grip, nice bit of design on the front. The cartoon again, picture. Let's see if we can pop him out. See if I can still do this without tearing the backing card. There we go. Well, we'll see how he compares to some of the other figures in the line and some of the other lines out there. So let's drop him out, and there he is. Now they are always slightly rubbery, these, the Chellas, but you know, they're not made of the same hard plastic, some of these, that some of the other lines are, but still I think that's a pretty good figure. I'm going to be pretty easily pleased with this one, but you see what you think. Bit of a scratch on the bottom there, but that's part of it. Bit of mobility in the waist. You can see some nice detail on his face, on his hands. He's got his king crown on his trousers there, good design on the tights. Bit of a scratch on there. Again, yeah, it's that sort of slightly rubbery material. I don't quite know what you call it. Head moves nicely. I think that's a good likeness. I think it's a pretty good design. Nice bit of weight to it. I like a bit of weight to a figure. Always makes me feel like I've got my money's worth. And there's the crown. That's a bit of detail on that. Does it sit nicely on his head? Yeah, it does. Okay, let's see. So there's a zombie sailor, and they're much more the Hasbro style in terms of the plastic. Much more expensive as well. The retros, I always think, are the lightest weight ones. They're really lightweight. And then an old style Hasbro as well. They're good and heavy. It's got that plastic again, the shine to it. Oh, he's gone for Burton. Dearie me. I mean, that's a bit of classic Hasbro right there, isn't it? Falling all over. He fits in the line. He's a good height. You can see the height there. I mean, I think he looks okay in the line. They are noticeably different. Let's look at the other Chella. See, that's not quite the same. It is, I suppose it is. Yeah, it is the same rubber. It's not quite as noticeable on that. There seems to be a sort of higher shine on it. Yeah, there's something about this figure that is very rubbery. It's not bendy, it's not like a bendy or anything, and I think it absolutely fits with the Hasbros, but you can see the material is just slightly different. Depends whether that bothers you or not. For me, it fits nicely in the lineup. That's what I want from a figure. I think, again, I'd be interested to see what Epic Toys do going forward, what the figures are going to be like. I think I would rather probably have a figure like this and pay a little bit less rather than paying the higher prices for perhaps from some of the more detailed lines. I think the problem with that is I can't afford to buy all the figures with a sort of higher level of detail. So I think for what that is, for what I paid for it, I'm happy with that. Be interesting to see what they do going forward, Epic Toys, whether they're going to go more towards the zombie sailor design, very high shine, different plastic, much more in the line of the Hasbros, or whether we continue to get a bit like this. But I'm pleased with that. I think it fits in. Let me know in the comments what you make of it.